Good morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming since 1998. I still got plenty of stuff to work on, like limb independence. I'm not good at this yet, but we're practicing it to try and improve. In all these practice streams, I like to share what I'm working on and how I'm trying to improve it. There's over 300 of them available for you on my tube of view. If you're interested in watching any of the prior streams, there are timestamps in the description to show what I was working on or what kind of question I was answering. Because I've been drumming since 1998, because I have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education, people often come into my various chats that I have up, and they'll ask me questions about like how to improve as a performer, or how to improve as an educator, etc. I will often edit those responses and put them into these videos. There's almost 100 of them. The Drumming Tips playlist has over 13 hours of free drumming tips from various questions that people have asked me. There are timestamps in the description so you can see like what I was talking about. So for example, somebody's asking about how to improve sight reading. So the very first thing I talk about in that, nice resolution. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah. Very first thing I was talking about was how to improve sight reading. So using all these books. But if you look in here, in the timestamps, there's other things that I talk about throughout the video. So if the title doesn't interest you, then one of the other videos might interest you. Now, all the play-alongs that I use in all these drumming tips videos and all these streams that I'm using are on my home tab of YouTube. There's over 2,000 play-alongs. There's a bunch of chop stuff. There's over 1,000 grid variations. This is where I'll be spending most of my time, is on the limb independence section. There's marching-based stuff. There's cadences. And then there's also hundreds of technique exercises. So many that you actually have to click the header to show all of them. But this is where you can find the drumming tips, the lessons, and the live streams, etc. if that interests you. Now, because I'm not good at limb independence yet, I need to get motivated here with Shia LaBeouf. So Shia LaBeouf here is going to help me out. Help me get motivated. I'm going to hide him because of copyright. You'll hear him. Through me, I will channel my inner Shia. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Someone's going to like pop into the stream and when I'm doing that and just be like, what is Jared doing? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's best not to question. Don't ask. We are getting motivated. All right. So I'm going to be playing stuff that I'm not good at yet on limb independence. So what I've done is I've taken, sorry, headphones were wrapped around the little stand there. I've taken Don Moyle's book, which is this book. Whoop. 50 Ways to Syncopation. Highly recommend this book. Get it. Dom is really good drummer, and he's got a lot of really good books. I've got the majority of his books on my bookshelf back there. But anyway, so I've taken his 50 Ways to Syncopation, and I put it in the spreadsheet that allows me to track like how I'm doing when I'm playing through this stuff. Column A is the average of how I'm doing. I'm skipping all the ones that are technically proficient or musical. Those are like above the level of playing that I'm going for. So it takes all of the last average times that I've played through this, just scrolling through this, and it averages it and says, on average, for pattern number 2, I was technically proficient for it. Sometimes it sounded bleh, sometimes it sounded musical, but on average, it was technically proficient. So we're going to skip all of these, and we're going to focus on the ones that currently, on average, sound meh or needs a lot of work. Why? Because I want to focus on the stuff that I'm not good at yet, so, I can get better at them. Okay, so last time we did this pattern, I did it at 180 and it was meh. Okay, we're going to try it at 180 again. So what is the pattern? So the pattern is fairly simple, actually. But because it's so simple and there's so much space, I find these to be harder than some of the other limb-independent patterns. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you're playing that pattern. Half time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So hi-hat's on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the foot. While you read through eighth notes on the snare drum and the quarter notes on the bass drum. Okay. Fairly simple, but when you're doing this with the charts, it gets to be a little difficult. So I am at jaredleary.com/drum. So if you're on vertical, it's that link. I'm there. This is where you can find the 62 chop exercises, the 1,000+ grid variations, and then the next section is all of the limb independent stuff. I'm playing through these patterns straight, so I'm going to do the straight charts as opposed to the swung ones. And I'm going to go from 160 to 240. So inside of here are 55 different drum charts organized into groups of 5. And when you read through it, you play through these with different ostinato patterns and different melodic patterns. So in this instance, I'm going to play this at 180. The eighth notes I'm going to play on the snare drum. The quarter notes and longer I'm going to play on the bass drum while I play that ostinato pattern. So wish me luck. 1, 2, ready, and 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Yeah, so that hi-hat on 3, still a little bit wonky. So I got a new setup here. I don't know if I like this for the drum kit. For the camera, it feels too high. Oops. What? Read that wrong. So again, quarter notes on the ride, hi-hat on 3, short notes, the eighth notes on snare drum, anything longer than that on bass drum. 1, 2, ready, and. Read that wrong. Yeah, so most of the errors so far are reading issues. Again, I really got to get a refund on Hooked on Phonics. It just did not work for me. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. I really like that one. I say as the person who wrote it, I am a little bit biased here. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so on average, it was mostly technically proficient. Most of my issues were related to sight reading errors, as opposed to like limb independence errors. So the quality of playing, I'm going to mark it as technically proficient. Have not graduated from it yet. Still, the average in column A is meh, so, you know, we're making progress on it. Woot! Now I'm going to stretch and massage. So for this, take my sticks like this. You pull it in, you pull it in, you push it through. Oh, yeah. You know, one of the things that I could do is actually set it up so that the drum kit has a different type of camera than the other one. So that way it'll actually show more of the kit. Thinking out loud, sorry. Because right now it's just like my hands. I don't like that. I'm going to have to fix that. Thinking. I could also set it up on the number keypad. I'm stretching the underside of the forearm, by the way. I'm just taking my time with it. There's also a stretch for like rotary motions if you do like traditional grip, or if you do Stevens grip, like four mallets. I'm doing top side of the forearms now. And if you want to see like those stretches with better camera angles and whatnot, if you go to my home tab on YouTube, underneath the tips and lessons section, the drumming lessons playlist has a video called "This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming," and it specifically outlines like all the stretches that I'm doing right now, but it shows you with better camera angles and like a quick explanation of like, well, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? How is it helping, etc. So like right now I'm stretching my fingers. Wow. Oh. Yeah, I'm still having a debate with myself. Like, if I do this, I could set it up so that ASMR. Hope you enjoyed those pops. I have a foot pedal for when I'm doing like the technique streams where I'm standing, and like that could show you the current camera angles, which work great for that. But for the drum kit ones, I could potentially move this so that like it showed more like this if I move it, so you can actually see the drums. If you're in the vertical, you know what I'm talking about. Now I'll do it on the horizontal, but I can like move this around a bit. But I don't know. Thinking. I'll think about it more. Not right now. Focus, Jared. Okay, so now I'm going to do a quick massage routine. So I'm going to massage up and down the forearm. You might need to massage your biceps or triceps. Maybe even your shoulders, depending on like if you wear a carrier, or like if you had an intense workout, or if you do like traditional grip, your left bicep moves up and down really fast. So that might get a little sore. You might need a massage there. Don't believe me? Watch yourself in a mirror when you rotate your forearm. The bicep's moving. See? Wee. I used to do traditional, but now I do match. Match grip it is. Just more versatile. So I did several seasons across high school, college, and DCI with traditional grip. And then was like, well, this is not really applicable outside of marching on a snare line. Yeah, you could play it on drum kit, but it's limiting. And since I did like all the concert percussion stuff, like my undergrad was paid for because of a percussion performance scholarship. So that was all like match grip stuff, or like marimba, not traditional. Last one I'm going to do is massage base the tip of each one of the fingers. So like working on match grip, I was like, well, this is paying the bills more than traditional grip. It's more versatile for performing. You get more students when you work on match grip, so maybe I should work on my match grip more. And then when I started to work on it, I was like, yeah, this is better. And have never looked back. Except for the one video that I made on how to hold traditional grip. So that one I was like, let me just make one video that's short, to the point, gives you everything you need to know to play traditional, and then I don't have to talk about it again. All right. Cool. So that was number 24 from Dom's book. Let's take a look at the next one. So the next one, Poinciana Groove. Nope. This one. 32. Samba feet. Oh yeah. Okay. So this one, it's interesting. So Samba feet is boom, chick, boom, boom, boom. Check the bass. Hi-hat, bass, bass. Hi-hat, right, right. Left, right, right. Left, right. You just do it faster. Okay, so the pattern that I'm going to actually do is different than that. So on 1 is a hi-hat. On 3 is a hi-hat, but it's open. And you just keep repeating that over and over. That's the ostinato. Okay, so where does the melody come in? So the limb independence is with the left hand, the snare drum. So you're reading all the patterns with just the left. Okay? Let's try and fix the drum trigger so we can hear all the notes. All right. So we're going to try this with charts. How fast did we do it last time? Last time we did it at 7,000 BPM. No, we did it at 160, and it was technically proficient. Okay, let's try it again at 160. Do I want to go faster? No, let's do it at 160. I was like, should I go 165? No. Nope. Okay, so I'll show you how I'm getting to this. So the link that's up here, jaredoleary.com/drum. And I'm going to the straight charts. And I'm going into here. If you don't want to go to my website, you don't have to. You can stay on YouTube. It's on the home tab of YouTube. I've got it organized into like chops, gaming, grid, limb independence, and then the rest of the stuff alphabetically. But that's how you can find these. But we're going into here. We're doing it at 160. So I'm going to read through a random set of charts. This one, sure. Will I regret this decision? Nobody knows. All right, so 160. 1, 2, ready? Yeah. Gotta flip my mouse upside down. 1, 2, here we go. Now, if you're like, okay, this is cool, but I can't even like play the ostinato pattern, on each one of these playlists with all these charts, there's a video that teaches you how to develop limb independence. Yeah, so it's the second video on each one of those videos that's in the limb independence section. The second video teaches you how to develop limb independence. So all the steps to get to where I'm at. Hi-hat is like too close. 1, 2, here we go. totally read that wrong. So close on 1, open on 3 on the hi-hat. 1, a 2, a here we go. That's definitely the lyrics, right? Yeah. All right. Overall, technically proficient while doing through it. Whoa. Had some little bit of reading issues, and then I opened up the hi-hat a little too much. A little less, buddy. There you go. There you go. Who's a good hi-hat? You're a good hi-hat. Now it's hitting my tom. Stop that. All right, that's better. Yay! Cool. So 160, it was mostly technically proficient. Boop and boop. Still have not graduated yet. I had fun with it. I could play that one faster next time. So let me, as a note to self, play it at 165. So we'll do that in 2 days on the next drum kit stream. Tomorrow will be another technique stream. All right, so that one. So this one, number 36. We're, again, skipping the ones we're good at. We're trying to focus on the ones that we're not good at. This one is consistently meh. Okay. Well, that's bad. All right, so what are we doing? So this one... Actually, let me move this. I'll show you the full version of it. Okay, so this one, also Samba feet, but this one is the full boom, chick, boom, boom, chick, Okay, but this one, you're actually playing the ostinato with the left hand, so the thing that just keeps repeating, doesn't change. So you're actually hitting the crash with the hi-hat, so the foot and the hand together. Okay, so that and that. Now what you're doing with your hand is you're playing all the charts on the snare drum for the short notes, but for the long notes, you're playing them on there. Weird, right? Yeah, agreed. Let me bring back my keyboard. Okay, so we did it at 160 last time. I honestly don't know if I can just jump straight into this. Let's go back here. We're still at the same BPM range, so I'm gonna just pick another set of charts. And I'm gonna try reading through it. Do I wanna? Let's try reading through it normally. So all on snare drum, and then I'm gonna try reading through it again, and we'll add in playing with the floor tom, okay? So since this starts at 160, I'm gonna just go ahead and reset it to the very beginning and put my mouse away. All right, wish me luck. This one's rough. Two, a 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so again, I'm gonna simplify it for a moment for 5 charts. Going with everything on the snare. Okay, so when it's all on one drum, this feels fairly comfortable. But just you wait. 1, 2, here we go. So after I get through these 5 charts, then we're going to do the same set of charts again, but the long notes, quarter notes and above, I'll play on the floor tom. 1, 2, ready, and... Flawless. That's what it's supposed to do, right? Read it wrong and then it messed up my ostinato hand on the left. Nice. Sometimes I'm nice. Sometimes I'm extra nice. Those are the only 2 states I try and be in. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. Ready, and... Okay, so that was like the bass version of this, the bare minimum. Boop. Boop. So now we're going to change it. So now we're going to play the same thing. So samba feet. Cool. Again, ostinato's in the left hand, which is very weird. Usually it's in the right hand where you're like, we're doing the same thing over and over. In this case, we're putting it in the left hand. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so short notes now are going to be on the snare drum. And the long notes are going to be on the floor tom. So, ba-boom, ba-boom, boom. Okay? It's going to be a little bit wacky. Wish me luck. Let's go back to the beginning. Boop. And now we're going to do the same set of charts again, but now on hard mode. We're playing a roguelike. If I make a mistake, I will end the stream. 2, 1, 2, ready, and feels quiet. Wish me luck. 2, 1, 2, here we go. Ah! No. No. We gotta try that again. This is not a roguelike. This is called practicing. You can try as many times as you want. Again. a two, a one, two, ready, and if my concentration gets broken at all, then it just totally messes me up on ones like this. Requires maximum effort. 1, a 2, here we go. My stick got caught on my cymbal. 1, 2, ready, again. Third time's a charm, right? Maybe. Move my cymbal a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Hard. Don't worry, we recover the stick. We sent out a recovery team. 1, 2, Ooh, it's really messing with my left. On the crash. The more complicated the pattern is, the harder it is mentally to think through all this stuff. See, I can play it all on the snare drum, but as soon as you add in, like, okay, now this hand is gonna change a little bit. Ooh, ooh wee. Oh my. Try Smells Like Teen Spirit. It'd be way easier than this. 1, 2, here we go. That was so rough. Hello, Nico. Okay, so overall, clearly not good. Clearly not good. Okay. But on a positive, even though my left hand was switching away from, like, we're supposed to just keep this ostinato going. 1, 2, on 2 and 4, I was able to get back onto it after like a couple measures of breaking from it. So I'm making progress on it, but it's still not good yet. So this was kind of in between meh and needs a lot of work. I'm gonna say it as meh. It's getting better. I'm noticing the progress from when I first started learning it 3 times ago. So this is my 3rd time playing through that, but it's still not good yet, okay? So we're at least not starting with permutations. We are starting with reading snare first, and then add short, long. Okay, so just to keep track, so I remember what I did. All right, so that one, rough. Let's see here. This other one, this next one, this one is really rough. Okay, so we started learning it. So this pattern is absurd. The hardest part about it is the fact that it's like a strict alternating. So what I'm doing here, so like normally you're doing like ding, 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 etc. Okay, right? Cool. But this time you're playing ding, 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 ding. You're reading everything on the snare drum. And then your feet are filling in ghost note triplets, alternating strictly. So it's not like ones we've done before where it's like the bass drum fills in like ding, ding, No. Now what you're doing is triplet, 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 triplet. Okay? So the hi-hat. So if we were to play this like on double bass, it'd be like triplet, 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 triplet. Okay? So we're doing this triplet, 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 while going ding, 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 ding. Even just thinking about it conceptually, I'm like, Jared, why are you doing this to yourself? Because I'm trying to get better. And I'm not there yet. We'll get there. I need some motivation with some coffee. Cheers. Okay. So, I'm on the permutations. And I'm apparently playing at 80 beats a minute. So, Let me go back to here. I'll show you how to get to this on my YouTube. So, if you're on my home tab of YouTube, all of the exercises are here. So there's a lot of chop exercises. There's 62 of them in here. There's gaming stuff because I'm a nerd. There's over 1,000 grid variations, so you actually have to click to show all of these. There's 419 for triplet. There's 577 for 16th note. And -1 because the very first video is like an introduction to the playlist, so that's why I'm leaving off one. And then there's some other grid variations like Herta grid, things like that. And then we've also got the limb independent stuff that we'll work on. We got hundreds of marching bass exercises, some drumline cadences, computer science stuff. Again, I'm a nerd. Technique stuff. There's so many technique exercises. You also have to click to expand to see all of these, a few hundred of those exercises. And then here's all like the drumming tips, the lessons, and then the live stream. So you can see me have myself on drum kit and then play much better on rudimental stuff. But what I'm doing now is I'm taking a few steps back on the limb independence journey. So I'm going to play some 8th note timing exercises. And if you watch this video, the second one that like shows you like the steps I'm doing, I'm no longer able to read through the charts because this one is like stupid difficult. And so what I'm going to do is just pull up like one of these permutation exercises, but swung. So scroll down a little bit. And I'm going to set a metronome and just sit with it until it sounds good. Once I can like sound decent on just one of these, then I'm going to switch to the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. So I'll just kind of sit with it as long as I need to. Once I can get all the way through this, I'm then going to hit play and let this count off and then try and read through this while doing this pattern. But I'm going to turn on my metronome. You can't hear it, but I'll be able to 80. Beep. Okay, so again, We're doing this. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, really easy, right? Okay, so that's the first pattern. No! I already screwed up the second pattern. No, that's wrong. Triplet, triplet, triple. Wait, triplet, 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 triple. Oh, okay. Strict alternating. I screwed up the first pattern. Yeah, I keep wanting to start with my right foot. Okay. Whew. Alright, so the next pattern. It's on the upbeat of 1 and 3. Jump scare. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Nope, I didn't alternate. Ugh. Ugh. Triplet, nope. Perfect. Flawless. No mistakes were made. Clearly I'm practicing here. Having myself publicly is not what I consider to be entertaining, but it's gotta be done in order to get better. Oh yeah. Ugh. Okay, so now measure 3 is rest 2, rest 4. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Ding, ding, ready, and a triplet, flawless. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. You're gonna stick around for more episodes of Jared having themselves. 1, 2, try again. I keep wanting to put that on the upbeat. Don't do that. Bad Jared. Ugh. Okay, now measure 4 of the ones. So triplet, 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 triplet. Okay, so it's on the upbeat of beats 2 and beats 4. And I'll just leave that. Ding, ding, ready, and triplet, triplet. No, that's not strict alternating. Triplet. Okay. Okay, so now the 2's pattern. So this one, triplet. And then you start with the left. Triplet, 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 triplet. Okay, weird, right? Well, ging, ging, ding. 1, 2, here you go. Nope, that's not right. Yeah. No. Then what am I doing wrong? I'm overthinking this. Oh, okay. Brain. 1, 2, I'll try it again. Okay, let's put it on, instead of the hi-hat, we'll put it on the bass drum. Okay, so that's what my feet are doing, but with a hi-hat. So it's a little weird to hear the differences between them. If it was like all monotone, like just bass, 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 it's a little bit easier. But you know, this is jazz, so you usually don't hear double bass in jazz. Alrighty, next one. Okay, so it's a little weird having the boom, chick, boom on the 8th note. So you're doing triplet with the foot, but it's a fun challenge. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, so my first left hand after the downbeat is coming in, or the left foot is coming in out of time. Ding, ding, try it again. Nope, that's not the pattern. Woo-wee! Okay, so now the threes. Wait. So because it's strict alternating, it turns it around, so it flips it and inverts it. So we have triplet, triplet, and then it does it flip for the feet. Triplet, triplet. It's weird, right? Triplet, 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 triplet. What's my opinion on Danny Carey out of Tool? I haven't heard him play in a long time, but I mean, dude set a standard for many years. I don't know how he holds up today to today's modern drummers, but like, he certainly made more money on drum kit than I ever have. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. What's your opinion on him? Alright, so we're gonna try the threes again. Nope. He's still amazing? Okay, yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'm pretty sure that Drumeo released like a video of him recently. I think it was Drumeo. Maybe there's another person I follow on YouTube. But yeah, there's so many like amazing drummers out there, and like I'm not good at drum kit yet. Not yet. Not even close. But with rudimental, I'm fine. Concert percussion, I'm fine. Drum kit, barely any time spent on it, but I'm having fun doing it. Limb Independence Day, you are correct, Tyler. This is a special edition of Jared completely having themselves on the drum. That's what we do here. Is that right? Triplet, 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 triplet. Triplet, 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 triplet. Yeah, it's that turnaround that messes me up. They did have a video? Okay. I should add that to my watch later. I've got so many videos to watch. So many people to learn from. Ding, ding, hey, hey, hey. Okay. Now measure 2 of the 3s. What? And by the way, in case anyone was like, what are you doing? I'm reading ding 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 ding, okay? Playing it on the snare drum. I'm alternating strictly between my right foot and my left foot on the hi-hat. And it's hard. I was so proud of myself. I was gonna hang that up on the wall. Put that on the fridge. This is gonna sound so cool when I actually get this down. You know, in like a month. Whoo-wee! Okay, the last pattern of the 3s. Oh yeah, that's good. Very good. Good job, Jared. Thank you. Nope. You can do it. No. Ugh. Why did I do this to myself? Because I want to improve. It's for the same reason I play Souls-like games. I like the challenge. No. I didn't alternate. I restarted on the right. Okay. Now, I'm going to attempt to do this with the actual play along. Is it going to sound good? No, not even close. But this will give me some data for like just to see where I'm at relative to this step of being able to read through these permutations. 1, 2, at the end. Bing, ding, 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 ding. 1, 2, ready, and. Oh no, I kept repeating. Woo-wee. Okay, so honestly, that went way better than I thought it would. Yay me, high five. Woo! Okay, so the part that screwed me up, the 3s, I just kept replaying it more than the 2 times through. But progress is being made on that. Cool. All right, so I just played through a few patterns of stuff that I'm not good at yet. Let's play through one that I am good at, and then we'll call it a good day. So we made progress on it. Oh, no. That is nowhere near technically proficient. What am I doing? Needs a lot of work. Yeah, that was perfect, guys. Yep, thanks for tuning in. Flawless victory. You think I'll just practice that third threes pattern? Honestly, all these patterns are like such a mind bender, I guess is a family-friendly way of saying that. That after these like drum kit streams, I'm just like, okay, I need to go meditate. Let's play one where I don't need to meditate as much. I just did a bunch of straight ones. Let's do a swung one. Okay, so I'll actually show you one that I did, like, I was really bad at when I first started this. And it just, like, completely melted my brain. But it's so fun to do. Once you get it down, let's try it at 170. So, what am I doing now that I've teased you on this? So, ding, 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 ding. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, bass. Hi-hat, bass. Tick, click, bass. Click, click. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. While I'm still going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. With my hands, and I'm going to read through everything on the left hand while still doing 3, 4 in the foot pattern. It's a good one. I love it. Okay, so we're going to the home tab of the tuba view. We're going to the limb independent section, and I'm going to do swung charts. So we're going here, and I'm playing it at what, 175, was it? 170. We don't need to have two Jareds talking. Not that you can hear the second Jared, but I can. I know they're there. I don't think I've played 41 through 45 today. Okay. Average marching practice. Let's play rolls. Average drum practice. Right here, 17. Yes. Yes, and don't forget while counting to 5, out loud in quarter note triplets. That is the correct drum kit practice. It's technically called the tuba view. I don't know why people always mispronounce it. I'm a YouTube partner, trust me. Trust me, I'm a doctor. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, 170. So, this one will not line up until the downbeat of the third chart when you start playing the snare drum pattern. If I do this correctly, it should line up there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A 1, a 2, a ready, and... Two, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. My mouse keeps moving. 1, 2, here we go. Oh no! Two, 3. Let's see if I screw that up. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It should lie on the downbeat. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2. Here we go. Yeah. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The third line is bonkers with the 7 pattern. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready and. Ah! Gravity check. It still works. I lost my stick. Oh yeah. Oh no. No. I love this one. I want to do it again. We're going to do it again. Without dropping the stick this time. Wish me luck. 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Alright, let's try. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom, chick, chick, boom, chick. 1, 2, ready, and. Oh, I read that wrong. Hooked on Phonics did not work for me. So when I first started playing that, my brain was like, just like when I was playing the pattern earlier. So it just gets to a point, if you work through this process where you're ding, 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 and you got this down, you're like, okay, this is cool. And then 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to think about this as much as you might think. When you're first starting, this is like, what is going on? You won't be able to like talk while doing this, because it's difficult. But then you'll be able to add on the snare drum by reading through these like permutations of like eighth notes and whatnot that are found on my home tab of YouTube. So all of the limb independence section, all of these playlists have a video that shows you each step to make it so that you can get comfortable with limb independence. The start of this video, how to develop limb independence on the drum kit. So I highly recommend working on this. And then start with these permutation patterns and do what I was doing. Just like set a metronome, ding, 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 and just sit there. And then once you can get through the permutation patterns, then you can graduate to another level, which would be actually reading through the charts that are on the home tab of here. So you go to the charts, which are over here, and then reading through those at whatever tempo you can play it at. Can I explain why a common drum set tendency during unfamiliar is to increase a ton in volume? I just did that, actually, as well. That's a great question, and I don't know, like, here's a research-based reason. And I don't know, like, even informally, like, why former students or myself would do it. So let me think through why that might be. I'll give you an educated guess, but it's just an educated guess. My guess is that the we're kind of like, I'm debating how much do we want to talk about the brain and chunking. Okay, let's think about it this way. So when you're doing a task like playing like arm motion, just go like this, okay? So when we're doing that, why did it move? It just like totally screwed that up. There we go. That was weird. It just like completely moved me on the vertical all around. Sorry about that. Squirrel. Okay, so when we're doing like a larger motion, like moving our arm and just, I don't know, let's say Muay Thai. So we're doing a hook. So we're smacking somebody across the face. Boom. Okay, that's taking like a larger muscle group. It's taking less of your brain power when you're just like kind of like swinging one thing compared to if you're like trying to thread a needle where you're doing like these little micro adjustments with your fingers and whatnot. Okay, so just to give like two poles, like your brain doing a large motion versus your brain doing many tiny motions with this. Okay, so when we're drumming, we have that range of brain power as well that we're using. So when we're using a larger power, it's less taxing mentally from like a cognitive load theory compared to when you're doing like little tiny baby motions with like your fingers to adjust like little ghost notes to get like threes and fours, etc. So what my guess is, what's happening when people are screwing up and they start going to the larger stuff is they're kind of like diverting their attention from the control over like the interior notes, basically the smaller notes, the micro motions, and they're having to kind of step back layer-wise, cognitively, to just like let the limbs kind of flail a bit and focusing all the mental energy on like getting back on time or back in the ostinato pattern or whatever. So it's a shifting of the brain's kind of focus to focus on the issues that are arising. So when I'm playing through any of these patterns, like if I'm working on a pattern that I am, let me back up to here. So if I'm working on a pattern that is technically proficient, I'm not thinking about like what's going on with my like individual limbs. So like if I'm playing this, I can actually have a conversation while playing through this. And the reason why is because I have enough capacity, mentally speaking, to be able to have a conversation while playing other things. So I can focus on like getting my left hand to play. I can focus on talking. I can focus on all sorts of things at once. If I all of a sudden start changing this to something like this, a completely different ostinato pattern, it just like screwed me up there and I couldn't talk while doing that. So I think that's what's happening when people screw up, is you are diverting your attention to other areas. So the pattern that I outline in each one of these videos in the limb independence like playlist, like if we go to this one, the pattern that I outline here is different steps. So the steps on here basically start with like just get the ostinato down. And so like just to make it so that you can set that as a I don't need to think about it kind of a thing. And then the next step is, okay, once you get the ostinato down, start doing other things. So like move your hand around. So if you're playing boom, 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 like the biome pattern, make it so that you can talk while playing this pattern with like a metronome going. Cool. Once you get that step down, then you add in another thing for your brain to think about, and then that like gives you a step back where you're like, I can't do this, and things start to get worse. But once it gets comfortable, then you add in another thing, which in this instance, if you go into here, like the next step for this is, okay, now do what I was doing earlier where you're just reading in the permutations. So just like sit there with this and go play through it while playing the pattern over and over. So you layer it in, and then once you get comfortable with that, and you can add in like a next layer of thing to start focusing on, shifting your attention to, then you can start getting into, okay, now I want to be able to read through charts while doing this. So you play boom to ohm, boom, boom to ohm. Okay, so this is more complicated because it's not just predictable, we're permutating things over. This is now musical, so we're actually sight reading through some charts. Once you get this down, cool. The next step after that is to actually play through the charts again, but this time make it more musical. So it might be like play a buzz here, play an accent here, or like make some of these ghost notes, or like maybe play it around the drums, so play it on the tom, etc. And so you're adding in with increasing complexity, more layers of textures, timbres, etc. while you're going through that. When you start to make a mistake, you basically are going back in the different steps in there, and again trying to cognitively refocus your attention onto the things that you can do And then once you locked in, cool, now I can like start climbing the ladder again, basically, of these different steps that are outlined in here. But this is for like limb independence, the different steps. But the same thing applies for like if you're playing like just like a basic pattern. So if you're like even just doing like something like this, and then you start getting, oh, I just messed up. And then you start playing bigger because you're trying to like think about, okay, well, how do I get back on time? Where did I mess up? Is it that my downbeat is like permutated, is it shifted off, etc.? So I that's my theory, at least, based on your question and my understanding of like the way the brain works and like how we perform and whatnot. And I'm sticking to it. But again, that's not based off of research. A lot of what I talk about is based off of either like empirical research, like actual scholarship, or it's based off of like my many years of like having taught every grade, kindergarten through doctoral student, and sometimes it's a combination of the two. So like yesterday, when we were talking about inequalities in the marching arts, like that is like based off of actual empirical quantitative research, like Dave Rickles' dissertation that I mentioned. But hopefully that makes sense for today's answer. Anyways, I talked a lot. I'm going to tear this down and I'm going to get ready for some Borderlands 3. But if you want to be able to like play along to any of these play alongs, my home tab of YouTube is where it's organized. So we got all the chop stuff here. We got over 1,000 grid variations. You have to click to show all of these playlists, or it's not going to show you all of them. We've got all the limb independent stuff, all the marching bass stuff, all of the scores, computer science stuff because I'm a nerd. All the technique stuff. Again, this one you also have to click to show all of these playlists. And then here's a bunch of like tips, and then here's a bunch of lessons, and then all the 300 plus like live streams, so you can see me have myself on drum kit and, you know, try and get better on technique and whatnot. But you appreciate my thorough insight. I appreciate your wonderful questions, Tyler. They're good questions. They make me think, and I like doing that. But my brain is now mush because of all that limb independent stuff. So I probably in about 15 minutes should be ready to go with Borderlands. I just got to, you know, move all of this. And then we'll be drumming or gaming. Or, yep, my brain. Yep. I need to press F5 on my head, apparently. Anyways, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. If you enjoy this content, share it with somebody else. If you don't enjoy this content, I don't know why you stuck around for a live stream talking about it. But you do you. Anyways, hope you have a good day. Goodbye.